everybody, Tom Vasel here. I am at PAX East, and here I am in the hotel room. Looks like the hotel room has some. Is that Jean Grey or is that someone from Doctor Who? I think this is Doctor Who. I don't know, but anyway, I don't know a whole lot about PAX East. Today is the date. It actually starts tomorrow, so I figured I'd just do a blog, a little bit about some of the things that I see. All right, let's get going.
This is the pre-game event here at PAX. So there was a room, it opened up at 5 o'clock, and at 5 o'clock there was about 20 people here maybe, but you can see now that there's way more than 20 people playing games. They had to set up more tables, the tables are full. Most of the games being played here are party games. There's a lot of code names and secret Hitler being played, but there's also some bigger, heavier games being played. I saw Gloomhaven, I saw Battlestar Galactica, I saw Arkham Horror and everything else set up. So you guys can see there's a lot going on here. This is the PAX has not started yet. It's just the free stuff beforehand.
Well, I got to sleep in. It's time for the first day, and Boston has rewarded me by giving me a lot of snow. There is a lot of snow here. You can see, oh, it's cold, it's snowy. I want to go back to Florida. All right, let's go to the convention center and see what happens.
So here we are in the main convention center. This is the tabletop area that I'm standing in right now. Now it is currently 9 o'clock in the morning. They don't open until 10. So there's people here working and setting up the booths. Over here you can see the game library. We'll take a closer look at that later. But what I find interesting is at this convention you can get in and then you are like in another line. So that huge line of people that you see over there, all those folks are in, but they won't be able to come into this area till like 10 o'clock. So that'd be interesting. I'll see if I can get over and watch them, or maybe even by the front door, I'm not sure. But there's different publishers that are here. You can see Game Rights directly in front of us. Over there, there's a small Asmodee booth. There's some stores here. Directly in front of me, it says Wormwood. Underneath that is Cool Mini or Not. Japanime is here. Atlas Games. You can see the Greater Than Games cube in the background. So there's not a ton. Well, there's actually more publishers farther in. But, well, this is quiet now. But this area right here where all these tables are, this is where people are going to be playing board games. And this area is open till midnight. So we'll come back and look at that later. All right, folks, here we are at Level Up Dice. We're taking a look at these dice. Now, you know there's a lot of different dice, but this is fascinating. This die here, well, actually, can you just tell me about this die here?
This dice is our cage dice. It is an anodized aluminium that we actually have a special machine that routes out every single edge within it so that you actually get a free moving core. So when you roll, it moves around.
Yeah, and as you can see in here, folks, they do that to all the dice from 4 all the way up to 20. And they're different colors and shapes, and they really, they might look good in the video, but they look phenomenal in person. So again, this is Level Up Dice. All right, folks, here we have Dragoon. This is a really beautiful game. These pieces, they look heavy because they are. And we have with us Zach, one of the designers. He's going to tell us a bit about the game.
Hey there. So Dragoon is an action strategy game where you play as a dragon. Humans are invading your once peaceful island, and it's awoken your desire to destroy and get gold from them. So throughout the play, there's a black die and a red die. You roll the metal die. You get coordinates. You place village and city tiles throughout the game. That's where you claim them and make them pay you tribute over time from the humans, or you destroy them and get gold right away. There's a strategic deck of cards for combos that enhance all your moves. Creature Comfort, that's a great one that lets you teleport to any place that you've claimed, or your own cave. Your cave is also a place of vulnerability, so you're safe when you're there, but other dragons can come steal from you when you're gone. And there's Dragon Combat, of course, and the first dragon to 50 gold wins. That's the long and short of it.
And this has already been published now.
Correct.
Expansion on Kickstarter.
That's right. So the game was fully funded in 2015 on Kickstarter, and we just launched our second Kickstarter campaign for the Rogue and Barbarian expansion, yesterday, and it was fully funded in 2 hours. So we're really humbled by that and excited to release some cool stretch goals for all the backers. And the Rogue and Barbarian expansion, it's not just up to 6 player count, from 2 to 4 players, but it's 2 new unique playable characters. So you can play them in any combination. So whether you're looking to increase your play night to 6 people, or if it's just you and your 2 or 3 other friends, you can play with new combinations with a low player count or a high player count. And we're excited about that.
All right, folks, that's Dragoon. So we can see the line here is much longer now. It's huge. It's like 6 lines deep. All these people are waiting patiently. You can see balls are being thrown around because that's what people do when they're waiting there. Everyone's excited, too ready to go for. I'm really glad I'm on this side, that's for sure.
People are going to be coming directly through right here, so. No running.
Folks, I'm not going to stay here all day because it looks like everything's coming in a nice neat little fashion. Let's go look at the rest of the convention. All right, folks, here we are at Geeknson, Geek Furniture. We're looking here at the Henry table, named after a man named Henry, who had a speaker built into his body. Actually, no, but this one has a speaker in just like my table does at home. You can see the iPad there. Oh, man, love this kind of material. So we also here have a small book table, and this is a very classy table here with candy. Geeknson is always trying to win you in with candy, and this is kind of one of their normal tables if you consider such tables normal. You see Evolution climbing on it. So really great tables from Geeknson. You'll see Z does a lot of his reviews on a Geeknson table. Alright folks, now we're at Elderwood Academy, and it makes all sorts of cool things to hold your dice, but what I want to show you today is a dice tower. Steve is going to show this to us. This doesn't look like a dice tower, it looks like a scroll. Tell us about it.
Well, this is our Codex Dice Tower, and the Codex Dice Tower is designed to look like a scroll case. At Elderwood, we believe you should have gaming products for your tabletop experience that match your passion for your hobby. So it doesn't look like a dice tower, but if you take off the cap, you'll notice that it's hollow inside, like a regular scroll case. The cap comes off and the bottom twists, and you'll see an opening right there. If you pair it with our scroll dice tray, you'll notice that it pops out here because it's not exactly level.
That die is now mine?
That die is now yours, but if you drop it just like that, it'll roll, and you'll get a nice random roll, just like any dice tower, but in a package that's a little bit more sleek, that gives you a little bit more bang for your buck. We make these at elderwoodacademy.com. You can pre-order them now. We have a limited number here at the show, and you can get any design on this leather. You can customize the color of the leather, the type of wood, the cap design. We have all different types of things, and the best part about it that I love is everything comes apart. So you don't have to worry about breaking anything. It naturally comes apart. It's held all by magnets, very powerful magnets, so if you shake it, it's not going to come off. It's solid construction. It's all hardwood inside, so even if you use metal dice, you might dent the interior a little bit, but it's never going to break. It's a really wonderful product. I'm very happy with how it turned out, and I think if you love dice trays and you want something a little bit extra, something to add a little flavor to your D&D campaign, this is going to be the product for you. So definitely take a look, elderwoodacademy.com. We're taking pre-orders here at the show. we're taking some pre-orders online as well. So if you're interested in this, definitely check us out. We're at Elderwood Boxes on Twitter, and we're Elderwood Academy on Facebook. So check us out, and if you're interested, definitely come to our website and pre-order today, because we're very excited to start making these and getting them out to our Kickstarter backers, and then getting them out to our pre-orders.
Hey folks, we're here with Justin from Fidget Creative. This is a game that's currently on Kickstarter, right?
Yep.
What's it called?
It is called Scare Redux.
Oh yeah, duh. Okay.
It is good for 2 to 6 players. It's a competitive, team-based game. You complete these different objectives by collecting resources and agents from the different decks here. It's not so much the Cold War as Americans versus Russians, but it has that ideology. Everyone at the game eventually gets a Russian accent. That's just the way the game plays. You have these wonderful different Black Ops cards that let you screw with your opponents and have a lot of fun in the process. You happen to build 2 of those. We have the different types of equipment here. We have items, transportation, weapons, money, always important when you're in the Cold War. And then you have your different agents here. There are different types of agents which you may need a specific agent, such as an assassin, to complete this particular quest. You can also use 2 individual agents to complete one specific agent that you need. Points are based 1, 3, 5, and 8. In a 3-player game, the first person to 5 completed quests with the most points is the winner. These are your different objectives. There's a lot of different fun game objectives in there. They all give you an extra bonus when you complete them. It can be something like drawing a new objective card to pulling one of your resources that you just used back to your hand.
How long does the game take?
About a half an hour to 45 minutes. Depends on how much people are getting into the game or not.
All right, people can find us on Kickstarter now?
Absolutely, we are on Kickstarter. We hit 50% in our first 3 days.
It's a pile of happy salmons. Also a giant happy salmon. We're here at the north side of the This is close to the whole hall. Look at this new Wits and Wagers table. This is what we're going to be using tonight. Wits and Wagers game. This thing is amazing. The blackjack table, Wits and Wagers. I am super excited about this. I want one on its own, honestly.
This is anybody's
This thing
game
is
now.
great. Here we are. You can see White Wizard in front of me. And of course, there's lots of video game stuff. That's going to be most of what's here. But it's good to see a decent board game presence here at the convention. Here we have some Hero Realms playmats. That guy looks unhappy, but that's because he's ruined his future job. He can't get that with tattoos on his face. This guy here is posing or attacking, I'm not sure. All right, these look really cool. So this is the White Wizard. Now here we are in the middle. I'm in the video game section. Although not completely video games, because if you look right here, it's Mayfair Game. So they're showing off. Although it's interesting, Mayfair is like half Lookout and half Twilight Creations. They got a couple of their own games too. So this convention still is not super crowded, I guess. Although the amount of people coming in, you can see back there, that escalator coming down, that's insanity. So I'm sure it's going to get worse and worse as the day goes by.
It's going to ask you for a card number.
Alright folks, I just got done playing Unlock, the demo game of it. There's several games, but they have a demo game that you can play that they printed out in very nice versions here at the Asmodee booth. And I beat it kind of, sort of. I didn't know something. I'm not going to say why I lost, but it was stupid. So I'm counting it as a victory. But it was really fun, and I'm really looking forward to playing the full versions of it. Let it go. So anyway, that's what I just played. Let's see what else is here. Alright, so we're at PAX and we just played Adventureland. Again, I play this all the time. Escape to the Cities. I did not do well. I came in second last. This was kind of an area control. What'd you guys think of it?
It was pretty good. Easy to learn. Very easy to learn.
Yeah, pretty easy to cook up. Not too difficult, but pretty good strategy for how simple it is.
This is our winner. He destroyed us. But it's a good game.
Helps if the pointy end is forward.
Yes, alright. Well, that's Adventureland. Back to PAX. Now you can see this where I was earlier this morning, and when it was kind of empty then. You can see there's a line of people here checking out games. There's people here looking at the library, a lot of good games in the library. That's where I got the Adventureland game that you just saw us play. And so everyone just walking around playing games, mostly board games. But as you can see, there's also some miniature games right there being played. And there's some areas set up for Magic tournaments and things like that. So, all right, panels coming up.
And your phone's dead?
Yes.
Well played.
Oh.
Go home, get your phone. You're in the story. Your phone's dead.
Can I share an analogy? Can I share a story?
You're the moderator.
Oh, okay, wait. So I was in my local game store the other day, and I came across this game called First Class. And I had not heard of it. I'd heard inklings of it. And usually I've heard of something. And I saw it, and I took the box off the shelf. And it was this generic, nondescript box cover with a woman sitting on a train, and it said First Class. There was obviously about trains. I flipped it over, and I was like, oh, card drafting and some cards. I was like, this looks about as generically Euro as you can get, and I said, that's got to be good. And I bought it, and it was awesome. And it's one of the best games I've played. So it's sometimes just your gut, you know, it depends on what you like, and in that instance, thankfully I was right. But in the end, I was like, maybe I'm at $35. I want to try it. But
I don't recommend that. I don't think you should buy a game uninformed. There's too many bad games out there. I disagree.
No,
I disagree with that.
if you have your game store might not do this, but I worked in one in the early 90s where we did, where you want to look at the game, well, tear off the shrink wrap. Open it up, you read the rules, you check it out, you know the cards, because we have a shrink wrap machine in the back, and we'll just seal it back up again if you don't want it. And not many stores will do that, maybe, but maybe yours will, because the benefit is you're more likely to, hey, make a sale if someone can actually look and see, this is perfect, that's what I want. You can hope.
If you own, if you're any of your owners, or if you know the owners of your FLGS, encourage them to do that, because they're going to make more sales in the long run. I mean, it's just good practice. And also having a good game library for people to test things out. Anything else to add?
Yeah, it's sort of a foreign concept to me, to be honest, because I'm one of those people who do ridiculous amounts of research on, like, you know, what kind of water bottle to get or whatever. So I would recommend doing that. I think most people do that in their
You would not even enter the game store.
What's that?
Your printed out sheets of research.
Yeah. I got an itinerary and everything I need to stick to.
So I have a thing when I go to conventions, I buy one game I've never heard of and I know nothing about. Just one, but I always do it. Sometimes it's been awesome. Russian Crush one year. Got that. It was a pretty good game. Russian Crush was solid. I was totally didn't know anything about it. But at a game store, talk with people that are there. A lot of the gamers that are hanging out have played them before. But I just did this the other day. I was in a gaming store, and Assault of the Giants was sitting right there, and I didn't know anything about it. I hadn't heard it. I hadn't even seen Tom's show about it. Oh, they just actually literally I bought it, and I'm on the car, or on the way home, I'm turning on the Dice Tower to the podcast, listening. Has Tom listened to this? Try this game yet? I already bought it because it had. I'm going to make a mistake. It's too late now, right? But it appealed to me. It had the right visuals. I'm a very graphic person, and I happen to know the designer of the game. I mean, I played those games before, so I was like, wait a minute, I knew this person. So there's clues in the game box that can help you at least know you're not heading down a really dangerous path.
Yeah. All right, well, we're out of time, unfortunately, but thank you all for joining us here. Thank you for all the panelists.
Well, that was a very fun panel that we got to do. So here we are now. This is the very front main entrance of PAX. You can see the sign down there. You can see people registering and buying swag. I'm on the third floor. There are 3 floors. So this here is the third floor. You can see I'm kind of on a sky bridge here. This is the outside, and it's still snowing out there because, it's cold. All right, but anyhow. So then down here, we have the second floor, which, as you can see, registration lines. It's not nearly as crowded as it was earlier. And then if you see through the window, you go down to the first floor, which is where the big exhibit hall is that I was showing you guys earlier. And then here, so this is kind of a cool entrance thing. Really like how this looks. And so I'm heading back now to get my questions for Weights and Wagers. That's only a couple hours away from doing that. That's going to be a little bit crazy, but let's keep moving. Alright, here we are at the Expo Hall entrance. We're going to go down the escalator here. So, I'm going to show you guys that in a second. And so here you can see like an overview. The noise hits you when you get in. Look at those crowds down there. Just at the front video game section, so that's just kind of insanity. And no escalator on this side, so super loud in here. We don't see the crowds here are very comparable to, let's say, Gen Con and Essen, really. It's not too bad. I've been able to move through the crowds, but if you want to watch demos of some of the games, you'll have a harder time, I suppose. Here we are in the middle of the hall, the gaming hall. It is almost 10 o'clock, so you can see it's still extremely crowded. They close off the main hall, and here people are just playing games all over the place. You can see it's pretty much the same amount of people here earlier. I found Russ Wakeland from D6 Generation. He just beat me badly in Clank.
Thanks for teaching. It was a lot of fun.
So what do you think of Clank?
Really enjoyed it. I bought it because there was this Dice Tower seal of approval on it.
Look how big that sticker is.
And so then I figured I better get the guy who put the sticker on it to teach me the game, and that's how that worked out. It was fun.
And these are the clipboards from our Wits and Wagers game, which I forgot to show you guys. So we didn't record it. I was so busy playing it. So anyhow, that's the end of our footage from PAX Day 1. We'll see you guys tomorrow and tell you what happened the second day.